sitting right on the log.
Oh, clear down there.
Clear down there.
Shoot that far.
I think you can if we get a little closer. Hey, welcome to Hooked on Utah. Today's adventure, we are back in one of my most favorite places, Sanpete County. We're right here in Ephraim Canyon, and today we're going to take you out with this motley crew on the Arapeen trail system for some riding, some fishing, and some fun. So sit back, relax, and enjoy tonight's adventure. All right, I'm here with Kevin Christensen, and we are back in Sanpete County. We are headed out
on the Arapeen Trail.
Yeah, dude, I am so pumped. So where are we going today, Kev?
Okay, we're right here at the mouth of Ephraim Canyon. We're gonna head up what's called New Canyon. We're gonna hit trail number 43. That's a 66-inch trail. And then we're gonna hit trail 44, which is a little more difficult. Hit Skyline, and then eventually come over to Soup Bowl and Pete's Hole and do some fishing.
Awesome. You know what? These are my favorite adventures because they combine everything. Good friends, UTVs, fishing, and beautiful scenery right here in Sanpete County on the Arapeen Trail. It's going to be an awesome day, so buckle up, get ready, here we go. All right, I'm here with Kyle Beagley, District Manager of the Manti-La-Sal U.S. Forest Service, correct?
Correct.
We have an awesome ride planned today, and I'm so excited to be back here in Sanpete County. We're right here at the mouth of Ephraim Canyon. Let's talk about some of the cool things that this Forest Service has to offer.
Yeah, great. So I'm glad you're here. Thanks for coming and being on the Manti-La-Sal National Forest, and specifically on the Sanpete Ranger District. Great to have you here. So yeah, an exciting area. There's a lot of trails, a lot of motorized trails. We're getting more bike trails. Mountain bikers are being attracted more to this area. We have a couple of those trails going on in this specific area in Ephraim Canyon. So recently, last year, the Forest Service took an approach here on the what we call the north zone of our forest. So basically from I-70 up to about Highway 6. Those two.
What I love about you guys is you've been leading out on this one issue right here, widening trails out. And a lot of the trails in the Arapeen map system right here have been widened out, which is so awesome because machines are just getting a little bit wider than they were a few years ago. And you're providing opportunities for many, many riders. So for those that want to come ride and bring their full-size machines, you've got a ton of trails that are open.
Well, absolutely. And something I've noticed is, you know, it used to be that 50-inch trail, your average four-wheeler rider out there, where you have one, maybe two riders, but it's really becoming more of a family activity, which is great to bring your family out and enjoy the forest and everything we have to offer here.
Absolutely. You know what? We love that they're doing this. They're making the riding so much more accessible. Make sure you get yourself one of the Arapeen maps. It's got all the trails listed, the fun places to go, the great fishing, and we're going to show you some of that today. All right, what's really cool about this is they've now widened these out to 66 inches, so your standard machine's gonna drive right through. You're gonna be able to get up to some of these awesome trails in this awesome country, whether it's UTVing, fishing, all of it, but how awesome is this? 66-inch trails. Hooked on Utah is proudly presented by Sportsman's Warehouse, America's premier outfitter. Mountain America Credit Union, supporting your home, your business, your life. Tim Daly Ford in Spanish Fork, Utah, family owned since 1968. Tickaboo Lodge, base camp to your North Lake Powell adventures. Powerhouse Motorsports, family owned and family operated. Lifetime, bringing families together. Gary Yamamoto Baits, salty goodness. Okay, I'm here with Travis Good from Original Side-by-Side, Ephraim, Utah. So, Travis, what is the Original Side-by-Side?
Well, Original Side-by-Side, if you think about that, people have been on these mountains for years in original side-by-sides. Jeeps, Willys, Land Cruisers, you name it, they've been exploring. So we've started a company called Original Side-by-Side, kind of bringing that back. But it's interesting, we still own side-by-sides. We love to get on the mountain. We love to connect these trails. And Jeeps can travel on any of these trails as well. It's just a fun place to get up here and just get into the mountains.
How do people get a hold of you and get involved if they want to get their Willys up here or their Jeep, something to that effect, other than a normal side-by-side? How do they get the information?
Absolutely. The originalsidebyside.com is available for that. You can call us. We're located in Ephraim, Utah, centrally serving all of Utah. We do some Jeep tours, some Jeep guided trails. We're doing some fun things like that. We have a little TV show, nothing like this, but we love it and we love the outdoors.
Awesome. Hey, if you've got a Jeep, a Willys, something like that, get a hold of them, get up here on the mountain, enjoy the trails and have a great time, and we'll see you in the backcountry. You know, mountain rides like this time of year are absolutely incredible. The color of the leaves, just the air temperature, just how crisp everything is. You know, I absolutely love it this time of year. You got to get down here and try the Arapeen Trail. Phenomenal. All right, so Kev, this has been epic. I mean, the first part of this ride, so beautiful, steep, fun, colors are out, air's crisp, awesome. We're now transitioning. We're at the 44 junction on the trail. So where are we on our map?
So yeah, we came up trail 43, which was a 66 inch, and then we're right here at the intersection. We're just gonna go up trail number 44 to Skyline Drive.
Okay, now this indicates that it's a little bit more difficult.
Yes, it's a little bit steep, but it's nothing too terrible. Anybody with any experience can do it.
Okay, awesome. You know what? Such a beautiful time to be up here before the snow flies. You got to come up and enjoy the colors, the fishing, the crisp air. It's awesome. So we're off on the next part of our adventure. Well, on our ride, one of the things we're going to do with Brad is pop us a grouse for lunch if we could.
Yeah.
And we're going to go right down through here and see if we can get us a grouse. Just flew onto this log. Right in front of you on that log. See her standing there? Sitting right on the log.
Oh, clear down there.
Clear down there. I think you can if we get a little closer. Sweet.
The one flew right there.
There's lunch. Let's go see if we can see what we got down here. There was another one, so we might get another flight out of here. So one of the things about pine grouse hunting, when you hunt them, they're not always going to flush like traditional upland game. You'll see them on the roads, and when they do fly, it's fine. If they jump on a log or the tree, you can shoot them that way. Because it's tough to chase them up through this. It's actually kind of dangerous. So we've got our first bird here, which is lunch. Beautiful bird, big bird. Yeah, Gorgeous bird. God, that's a fatty. Take a look at this absolutely beautiful bird. Look at that, gorgeous. Look how beautiful. Beautiful grouse. Big, big blue grouse. So check your proclamation. Make sure you know what you can and can't shoot with. You can't use a rifle, 22. You got to use a shotgun. And if you have one with you on your ride and you've got your license, this is a fun activity to do. We're gonna fish. We've got grouse. We've got incredible country. Brad's got our lunch for us. Open flame, blue grouse right there. This is where you make sure you're in low, four-wheel drive for this kind of terrain. All right, I'm here with Frank and Gail Guercio from Ephraim. Now, Gail, I gotta tell you, I'm so impressed because that's some wicked country. You are a bad mama jamma grandma driving that machine up here with 16 grandkids.
That's right.
And she's powering up the mountains. Tell me what you guys think. Apparently you love to do this type of stuff.
It's great. We are here as much as we can, and this is our favorite place in Utah to ride. It's beautiful.
We've four-wheeled all over in the Uintas, in the Roosevelt, Vernal area, in the northern Uintas, and the Mirror Lake area, and we love all of that area. But the great thing about this area is it's just like the Uintas, but you can ride anywhere that you want to. It's not closed off to four-wheel drives. And you can go from Fairview, clear down to Ephraim, and down to I-70 actually, and then get into the Fish Lake area and go all the way to southern Utah.
So I've got a tip for you. When you're up here in the mountains and you come up in your machine, make sure that as you climb all of this, stay in low. For low, the best way to do it's going to protect your belt, because the last thing you want to have happen when you get up this high in the mountains is to burn up your belt or power out on one of these steep sections. So just remember, for low, get it done before you get to the technical stuff. You'll have a safe ride. There we go. Fish on, baby. That guy wanted it. He came from a distance. A little bow, it looks like. Oh, he's gonna take me down in the... So I'm throwing a little teeny micro crankbait. Micro, and I'll show you here in just a second. But what is so much fun about these high mountain lakes is they've always got a mix of bows. They'll have cuts, tigers, brooks. Look at that, nice little planter bow. This is fun for anybody to catch, any age. Nice little bow. Get him back, but take a look at that. That is just a little teeny micro crankbait. Sportsman's Warehouse. Imitates a really small bait fish. I like using spinning gear in places like this because you can make really long casts. I use 4-pound test line, fluorocarbon. It's got no stretch, invisible in the water, but it really just shoots out there really, really long ways. So it makes it easy to cast. And there's always one or two that'll decide they're gonna commit to it. Come on, do it. Oh, he missed it. Come on. There. Oh, right there. Come on. Look at the tigers just coming all. Look at these tigers right there. That is so cool. All the gear used on this week's adventure can be found at your local Sportsman's Warehouse or online at sportsmanswarehouse.com. I'd like to walk you through the gear that we used today on our high mountain adventure right up here on the Arapeen Trail. You know me, when I fish these lakes, I like to use a lightweight spinning rod. I always rig it up with 4-pound test fluorocarbon. It casts beautifully. This is actually a 2-piece rod, so I can break it down and put it in my four-wheeler and protect it in my machine. And I love to have just a piece of foam insulation that I just put over the rod itself to kind of give it some protection when I break it down. If you're going to come up here, I strongly recommend a nice selection of flies. Renegades of all kind are going to produce high mountain fish as well as woolly buggers. Probably some of the best that you can use, especially if you're going to use a bubble with a fly. But if you're a purist fly fisherman, woolly buggers, renegades are going to catch a lot of fish. For the hardware guy, I think it's really important to have a really good selection of different types of hardware, from micro crankbaits to spoons to jigs to spinners, tube jigs, marabou jigs, even casting with a bubble. A small, woolly bugger is going to produce fish, and really small, flashy jigs will catch these high mountain fish. All the gear here you can get at your local Sportsman's Warehouse, so get in, get geared up, and get up here on the Arapeen Trail and catch some fish. All right, I am here with Sergeant Jason Albee, Sanpete County Search and Rescue.
Yep.
Now, we're having a great time today, but let's talk about safety. We are way back in here.
Right.
So for riders that want to come out, let's talk about some things they should be aware of.
Just want you to come know where you're going to go, make a plan, make sure you bring the right gear, know in advance what the weather's going to do. Just come prepared to have fun in our backcountry.
So what would you recommend if people are going to head out this time of year, some basics they should have with them in terms of clothing, gear, food, what?
Right, they need to bring some layers, to be able to, we started out this morning's pretty mild, and as we get up in here, weather starts coming in, bring some more layers, some, waterproof jacket just in case, and, have enough food, have a first aid kit. A way to make a fire if you need to, if you have a breakdown and have to spend some time before we can come get you. Just be prepared to be able to spend some time here if you do have something that happens.
Look at this little guy. Check out that tiger right there. He's not big, but I'll take this all day long. High mountain fishing, Sanpete County, right up here off the Arapeen Trail. That is a good looking little tiger. Taking the micro crankbait, you can get these at Sportsman's Warehouse. Look at that, how awesome. Just a beautiful, beautiful fish. Love it, put him back. Up here at this altitude, water temperatures, the shortness of the growing season, it takes a few years to get big fish like, bigger fish, but this is still a ton of fun, and it's just us today up here on the lake, so pretty dang cool. But I have seen a few tigers that are not too bad out here. Fish on. I got number 2 here, and I want to show you this because it's a beautiful tiger trout. Look at the colors of this fish. Look at this. Oh, Brad's on. Brad's got a bow. We got a double. Oh, look at the size of Brad's bow. We'll bring them over together so we can show you both of these fish. This is high mountain fishing right here. Look at this. Brad is using a black leech, and I'm throwing this micro crankbait. Brad's got a big boy. Look at the colors. Look at that tiger. And we've got another fish on over there. Look at this. Look at that tiger. Look at the colors. So amazing. Brad, let's check out your bow here. Now that's probably 2-year-old bow. Would you think, Brad? Maybe this year's planter?
I don't know, he's a good one though, because his fins are in good shape. Oh!
Wants
to get back in the pond.
I'm gonna turn this guy loose. Oh, I've tangled Brad all the way up.
They're getting a little, there we go. Little gun shy. Oh, fat rainbow.
Yeah.
I think it's funny how they follow a fish that's being caught, trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
That thing's got a little growth to him. He's got kind of a humped back there. Good, fat, healthy fish. How fat that fish is. That is a miniature football right there. Perfect.
So earlier we had the awesome opportunity to shoot a grouse. Had 2 more that got away from us. And that's the fun on an adventure this time of year. If you got your license, you got your shotgun, and you're legal, you can fish and hunt. So I want you guys to see how you guys can take care of a grouse like this quickly and carefully, prep it so that you can either cook it on the trail or take it home. So Brad, what are we gonna do?
Okay, I'm just gonna pull that up and make a little slit under the breast skin right there. Then we're gonna just open that up like we're gonna do a little CPR on him. Take your fillet knife, run it right down the keel of the breastbone, okay? Right down the side of it. And then you'll feel it hit the rest of the bone back behind it. Just follow down that bone and that takes a nice breast fillet off the bird. So that's all bonus. And
that's a beautiful breast right there. That's just great eating. And while he's doing the next breast, as you watch, if you'll bring some ice in your cooler and a small baggie, you can breast your birds out if you want to do it that way. And you notice he's leaving nothing on the keel and the breastbone there. Pack them in ice so that they're nice and icy cold so that when you get home, they're ready to go right into the skillet